Okay, 2-4, multiplying and dividing integers. First, let's review adding integers. 6 plus -8. Model it, and you have 2 negatives left over after you make the 0 pairs, -2. Now, let's review subtracting integers. Integers. Okay. -5 minus -3. First, you have to change it every time you subtract. 2 minus signs in the middle changes to plus. Then you model. -5, +3, make 0 pairs. What's the answer? -2. Great. Okay, now all these are adding and subtracting mixed up. Let's practice them. You practice. See if you can get them all right. If you can get them all right, I'm going to be impressed. Okay, when you're done getting them all right, turn this back on and see if you got the right answers. Okay, check all these answers, see if you got them right. The ones that were adding, I just added. I didn't have to change anything. The ones that were subtraction, I had to change some things. Minus a negative is plus. Minus is plus a negative. Minus is plus a negative. Minus a negative is plus. These two didn't need anything changed. They already were adding. Okay, now, multiplying and dividing integers. There's some rules. These rules are easier than adding and subtracting, okay? First of all, if you are multiplying two things that have the same sign or dividing two things that have the same sign, the answer is positive. For instance, 6 times 2 is 12. Most of you knew that. But these are both positive. They're the same. Positive, positive equals a positive. Okay? What about -6 times -2? That also equals positive 12. They're both negative. So if they're the same, it's always going to be positive. The same times the same is positive. Okay? If you're dividing, a negative divided by a negative is a positive. If the signs are the same, it's a positive number. So -8 divided by -2 equals positive 4. Sometimes they divide with the divide sign. It's still positive if it's the same. If the signs are the same, multiplying or dividing, you get a positive number. Okay, so let's practice that. A negative divided by a negative is always a positive. So the answer is positive 3. 6 divided by 2, 3. Negative divided by negative, positive. Okay, 10 divided by 5 is 2. They're both positive. The answer is positive. You've already known that. You've already worked this problem before. But now you know the rule that goes with it. 7 times 2 is 14. Positive times a positive is a positive. They're the same. Positive answer. -8 times -3 is positive 24. Same signs. Positive answer. -4 times -3, positive 12. 6 divided by 2, positive 3. -8 divided by -8, 1. Two signs that are the same, multiplying or dividing, answer positive. Okay, next rule. When they're different, when one's positive and one's negative, the answer is going to be negative. So, look at these. They're different. One's negative, one's positive. The answer is negative. So, -15. Different. 4 times -2. One's positive, one's negative. So, the answer is negative. -8. Same thing for dividing. One's negative, one's positive. They're different. So the answer is -3. Okay? Dividing written this way. A positive divided by a negative is a negative. So the answer is -3. Okay, let's practice both of these rules. Okay? First one, negative 5 times 8. They're different. The answer is negative. It's negative 40. Next one, 7 times 1. They're the same. The answer is positive. 7. Next one, negative 3 times negative 4. They're the same. Answer is positive 12. Negative 8 times 4. They're different. Answer's negative. Negative 32. 6 times negative 2. They're different. The answer's negative. Negative 12. Negative 4 times negative 4. They're the same. The answer is positive 16. Okay, let's practice some division. The first one, 4 divided by negative 2. They're different, so the answer is negative. Okay, 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2. Next one, negative 6 divided by negative 3. They're the same, so the answer is positive 2. 8 divided by 2. They're the same, so the answer is positive 4. Negative 10 divided by negative 2. They're the same, so the answer is 5. Negative 6 divided by 3. They're different, so the answer is negative 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 2. They're the same, so the answer is positive 1. Okay, warning. Warning, warning, warning. Warning, warning. Warning, warning. These rules only work for times and divide. Only multiplication and division. They do not work for add and subtract. But sometimes your brain will try to make them work for add and subtract because you forget. So you have got to realize that the most common mistake you're going to make is trying to put the multiply and divide rules when you're adding and subtracting. We already learned how to add and subtract. Okay, remember 0 pairs and modeling and change for subtraction, but now we're multiplying and dividing. These rules only work for multiply and divide. They don't work for add and subtract, so be very careful. Okay, here's your video homework. Remember, if the signs are the same, the answer is positive. If the signs are different, the answer is negative. Good luck!